If you're running a membership community and want higher engagement, better retention, and ultimately more success for your members, then this is the video for you. I'm about to show you 5 powerful strategies that I've implemented in my own 6-figure membership community. Almost no one is doing these, but they create the ultimate community flywheel. Members get onboarded better, they make progress faster, they get deeper support, and ultimately they stick around for longer. And I'll be sharing a bonus tip at the end of this video that ties everything together, so stick around for that. Alright, let's jump in. Most memberships use linear onboarding. Everyone gets the same emails and messages staggered over the same period of time. And this is what I had implemented in my community for the longest time. But then I noticed something. The reality is members join at different stages with different needs and requirements. So linear onboarding quickly fails when members start receiving messages that aren't relevant to their needs. A member who is inactive doesn't need to hear about step 4 of onboarding if they haven't yet completed step 1. And likewise, a super active member doesn't need to hear about step 2 when they're already on step 5. That's why I've switched to something I call responsive onboarding. One personalized welcome message with a next step based on what that member actually needs. Then future messages trigger based on the behavior and actions taken by the member inside the community rather than a fixed sequence of messages. If a member jumps into training materials, they're supported through this journey. If they introduce themselves, they're prompted to take the next logical step. And likewise, if they're slow to get going, rather than continually bombard them with an endless list of things to do, I'll gently nudge them towards taking that first action. This means every single member gets the right next step at the right time, based on where they're actually at in their journey. This massively improves activation and retention in the community. By the way, I've just released a free guide breaking down exactly how I'm building out the strategies shared in this video. You can grab that via the link in the video description. Most communities with an educational element will dump members into a gigantic course library. However, this is not ideal. This has been proven in educational psychology with the segmenting principle. This principle, based on Richard Mayer's cognitive theory of multimedia learning, shows that a phased learning approach is preferable. It reduces cognitive load as students can focus on one concept at a time. It creates natural breaks to pause and reflect. It gives learners a sense of progress, which helps keep them motivated. And it's easier for them to return to partially completed training because they can identify where they left off. All in all, research shows that a phased learning approach results in a 30 to 40% higher success rate with students. So how does all this map to membership communities? Well, in my community, I'm replacing my 9-hour popular flagship course with new phased training pathways. It's been proven that between 4 and 6 phases is optimal. Too few phases and progress feels too slow. Too many phases and it feels complex and overwhelming. I'm rebuilding my training using the 4 pillars of my community compass framework: define, design, launch, and scale. Now it's easier for members to identify exactly where they're at and make visible progress through their training. Early signs are positive. Students are really engaging with the new training and can stack up motivation as they make steady progress. Remember to stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing a bonus tip that takes this phased training approach to a whole new level. Most communities continue to sleep on AI. AI agents can be incredible tools to help your members, but most community builders are still using them wrong. Adding a generic AI support bot is helpful, but not transformational. I know this from experience. I implemented Lumo, our universal AI agent, inside Learn Community. People are using Lumo pretty regularly, but I spotted some issues. They had to proactively reach out to Lumo to get support. Some people didn't even realize he existed because he's a little bit buried away in the DMs tab, and it was sometimes unclear what people should be asking him. Instead, I'm now building specialized AI agent co-pilots, one for each training stage. They're only trained on the materials relevant to their phase. They message the member when the member begins that training pathway, and they help with implementation, feedback, and suggest improvements to the member's work in real time. Imagine you start a training module and a dedicated co-pilot reaches out to you to guide you step by step. It prompts you with suitable questions to ask and takes the guesswork out of how to get support. I'm already seeing members get tremendous value from interacting with these specialized agents. And these agents are not about replacing peer-to-peer interaction in the community. They're an interactive co-pilot to guide you with training. I've actually trained them to always encourage members to then share their work and progress with their peers. This is resulting in higher engagement in the main community as members are routinely guided back into that space. This video is sponsored by Circle, the best platform for running a membership community. I use Circle to run my own community, and all of the advanced tactics shared in this video, from AI to interactive courses, workflows, CRM capabilities, and more, are powered by Circle. As someone who is not very technical, it's a dream to run my community on a platform that is incredibly powerful, super flexible, but also really intuitive to use. I can't recommend Circle enough, and you can get a free 14-day trial via the link in the video description. Thanks, Circle. People want to connect with others who are solving the same problems at the same level as them. This is the feedback I was getting from my members, and it makes complete sense. After all, someone who's working on improving retention for a large existing community probably won't have that much in common with someone who's super early in the initial conception phase. So I recognized that members wanted to connect with other members who were at their stage. As a result, I've implemented stage-based group chats with weekly accountability prompts. And now members are starting to request live events where they can connect with other people working at their current stage. I'm already seeing a higher quality of conversation happening inside these groups, with a deeper sense of belonging and members building real momentum alongside peers. So if members of your community fall into clear stages or experience levels, consider grouping them together to facilitate higher quality interactions. If members don't feel their progress, then they won't really value your community's training. Studies are super clear on this. When learners experience quick wins and see visible progress, they're more motivated to keep learning. I noticed that previously, members were logging their progress and results of taking lessons in the course comments. The problem was no one was seeing these because they were kind of buried away. And so the member never felt truly recognized for the progress they were making. As members make progress in my community, I want to encourage them to track this and receive recognition and rewards for doing so. Here's how I'm doing this now. As members progress through the various training pathways, they unlock points and rewards. They're also guided to update their member profile as they develop their own community. This starts to act like a live record of the progress they're making. It also gives them clarity, giving them a clear overview of their entire community strategy in one convenient place. Members are also actively encouraged and led back to sharing progress in the wider community, where other members can celebrate them. Rather than learning and making progress in isolation, they are being rewarded and recognized by their peers, which is incredibly motivating. Just a reminder, you can grab the free guide where I break down exactly how I'm building and implementing these strategies via the link in the video description. This is the piece 99% of community builders are missing. You can't properly support your members if you can't see them. So, using Circle's robust tagging, workflow, and segmentation features, I track where each member is at in their training, whether they're making progress or stalling, which topics are causing confusion, and who might need a nudge or a check-in. This lets me reach out before members disengage, improve my training where needed, and provide relevant help at the right moments. This is what transforms my membership community from a content library to a guided transformation system. In summary, previously, members would join and receive a generic onboarding sequence. They would complete a long training course in isolation, without any clear links between that training and their fellow members. And I had overall really poor visibility on member progress. This new approach creates the ultimate community flywheel grounded in best practices and academic research. New members are guided from day one with responsive bespoke onboarding. They begin the relevant training phase assisted by a valuable AI co-pilot. They're consistently guided to connect with peers at their level and get support from their fellow members. They're actively recognized and rewarded as they track and share their progress. And I have complete visibility over all of this, allowing me to deeply support members wherever they're at. I really hope you can take some of these principles back into your membership community. And if you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you want support building your own high-impact membership community, I'd love to welcome you inside Learn Community. This is my membership for community builders just like you. Inside, you can find 200 plus like-minded peers, world-class hands-on training pathways, accountability groups, support, and unlimited mentorship from me. Plus, you get to see the exact systems that I've just shown you firsthand. Join us today via the link in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.